Test, test, test. Test, 1, 2. All righty. Alrighty, good morning, viewers. Thank you so very much for tuning in this morning for this district matchup between the Hebbronville Lady Longhorns and your Falfurrias High School Bells. Just started here with start of the game. So here we go. Bells with the lead. Alegría gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez will go up. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Cervantes steals the ball. She'll go for the easy layup. No good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Ramirez will go up. No good again. Cervantes saves it. And the Lady Longhorns take the ball. Starters for your Bells are Trevino, Alegría, Cervantes, Perez, and Ramirez. As there's a steal right there by the Lady Bells. Alegría gives it to Cervantes. Cervantes will go out to Perez. Perez will go for 3. No good. Rebounded by Trevino. Trevino will go for her own 3. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Alrighty. Good defense pressure right there applied by the Bells. And there's a timeout called right there by the Lady Longhorns. And in trying to say, it looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout indicated right there by the officials. Yes, 30-second timeout. So we thank you again for joining us this morning. District matchup here. This game was originally supposed to be played yesterday, but due to a majority of our Bells team members being cheerleaders, they were competing at the UIL State Cheer competition at Fort Worth. So Coach Bettis and Coach Trevino for the Lady Longhorns agreed to play the game from yesterday to today. So that's where we are right now. And again, we'd like to give a big shout out and a big congratulations to our FHS cheerleaders as they placed 7th at the UIL State Cheer Championships at Fort Worth this past week. So we congratulate them on placing 7th in the state. So congratulations to them and to their coach, Coach Jen Rodosas. Alrighty, here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns moving the ball around as they'll go for a tough shot right there. Able to get it to their court. There they go. They'll go down low. No good. Ball got lost. They'll go for a little jump shot. And they make the 2 jump shot right there. 2-point jump shot. Lady Longhorns on top 2-0. Bells with the ball now. Ramirez. She's called for a travel. That will be a turnover. That will be Lady Longhorns ball right here. Alrighty, Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Looking, can't find anyone. See somebody. Here we go. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bells, so that'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. Good defense right there by Trevino. Ball goes out of bounds. Still Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Looking. There they found someone. Here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball. They'll go for another jump shot. No good. They get their own rebound. They'll go for a 3. No good. And we got a foul called here against the Lady Longhorns. So that will be Bell's ball. Bells will inbound the ball. Here we go. Bettis with the ball. Gives it off to Alegría. Alegría to Trevino. Trevino look down low to Ramirez. And there's a travel violation called right there against Ramirez. That's a turnover. So it will be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns with the ball here. As there's a steal right there by Alegría. Alegría will go. She'll go for a layup. And unfortunately she misses it. Rebounded right there by Pettis. Couldn't get it. Lady Longhorns with the rebound. And we got a foul called against Trevino. So it'll be Lady Longhorns ball here. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns go for a little jump shot. No good. And the ball was last hit out of bounds by the Bells, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball now. And they'll go for another jump shot. No good at the block right there. Adeglia gets the ball now. Adeglia, she got caught. She tries to throw it to Cervantes, but unfortunately couldn't connect. So Lady Longhorns have the ball now. And there looks like a steal by Trevino. And I think we got a foul called right there against the Lady Longhorns. Yes, foul's called against the Lady Longhorns. It will be Bell's ball. Bells inbound the ball. Perez to Trevino. Trevino, she'll go for a little jump shot. And she ties this game up. That was so weird because it looked like as if the net did not move, so we weren't sure if she made it or not, but she did. So it ties up the game, and there's a 5-second called violation inbounds against the Lady Longhorns. That will be Bell's ball. Bells will not have the ball underneath their basket. Here we go. Cervantes will inbound the ball. Gives out to Bettis. Bettis will go for a three. Bang! She makes the three. Bringing your score now 5-2 in favor of the Lady Longhorns. And there's a travel violation called against the Lady Longhorns. That's another turnover. That will be Bell's ball. Bells will now have the ball. And we have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here. And unfortunately, Ramirez almost lost it. And she almost threw it out of bounds. Luckily, Cervantes was there. Bettis now with the ball. Gives it out to Cervantes. Cervantes, she'll drive, gives to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Adeglia. Adeglia looking, gives it back to Perez. Perez to Cervantes. Good defense pressure here applied by the Lady Longhorns. Ramirez, she'll go for a jump shot, and it looks like she's blocked. And the Lady Longhorns with the ball. And there's a turnover right there by the Lady Longhorns. Ramirez, she'll go. Nope, blocked underneath. Lady Longhorns with the ball. They're pushing it down to their basket. And almost a turnover right there, but they're able to get it. They'll go for another layup, and they make the layup. Bringing your score now 5-4 in favor of the Bells. Bettis gives it out to Adeglia. Adeglia to Trevino. Trevino will go for a three. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns, and there's a travel violation called against the Lady Longhorns. That will be Bell's ball. Bells will have the ball underneath their basket. Here we go. Cervantes gives it out to Ramirez. Ramirez is blocked underneath as the Lady Longhorns now have the ball here. The ball is loose. Adeglia has it. Tried to give it to Cervantes, but unfortunately the Lady Longhorns able to get it, and there's almost another steal right there by Adeglia. Lady Longhorns go for a little jumper. Nope. They get their own rebound. And I believe, yeah, we have a 3-second, heard it from the fans over there. There was a 3-second violation called against the Lady Longhorns. So it'll be Bell's ball. Substitutions here for the Bells. We have Cantu in for Ramirez. Here we go. Adeglia with the ball. Gives it off to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Adeglia. Adeglia to Perez. Perez to Trevino. Trevino, she'll go for a little jumper. No good. And we have a foul called against the Lady Longhorns, so it will be Bell's ball here. Here we go now. Cervantes will now inbound the ball. Gives it off to Perez. Perez back to Cervantes. Cervantes will go for a little jumper. No good. As the Lady Longhorns get the rebound. And there's almost a steal. Loose ball. Bells get it. Trevino gives it to Cervantes. Cervantes went for a layup, but unfortunately she is called for a travel. So that's a turnover. It'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Looks like the Belt will be applying pressure here to the Lady Longhorns. Here we go here. Lady Longhorns with the ball now. The ball goes out of bounds right here. It will still be Lady Longhorns ball. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball here. Lucky, can't find anyone. She does. And that is a backcourt violation called against the Lady Longhorns. That will be Bell's ball. Alrighty, here we go. Bells will inbound the ball. Cervantes gives it to Perez. Perez back to Cervantes. Cervantes to Trevino. Trevino will go for three. Bang! She makes the three. That brings your score now 8-4 in favor of the Bells. Bells applying pressure. There's a steal right there by Cervantes. Cervantes will give it back to Pettis. Pettis, she'll drive to a basket, go for a little jump shot. No good. Aglia hits it out to Trevino. Trevino will go for a little jumper. No good. As it looks like Cantu tried to save it, but unfortunately she couldn't. So that will be the ball go out of bounds. That will be Lady Longhorns ball. Substitutions here now for the Lady Longhorns. All right, here we go. Pressure again here by the Bells on defense. And there's a turnover right there. Araglia gets it. And there is a travel violation called against the Bells. So that's a turnover. That will be Lady Longhorns ball now. Here we go now. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball here. Cervantes tried to steal it. Unfortunately, went out of bounds. Substitutions here for the Bells. We have Ramirez back in for Cervantes. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Can't find anybody. As there's another 5-second inbound violation called against the Lady Longhorns, so now it will be Bell's ball. Alrighty, here we go. Ramirez will inbound the ball for the Bells. Here we go. Pettis with the ball. Gives it off to Jaramillo. Jaramillo back to Trevino. Trevino will go for a three. No good. Rebounded right there by Pettis. Pettis goes for a jump shot. Unfortunately, she can't make it. As the ball was last touched out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns, so it will now be Bell's ball. Here we go. Jaramillo will now inbound. Gives it to Cantu. Cantu to Pettis. Pettis back to Jaramillo. Jaramillo will go for a three. No good. And Ramirez gets the ball back. And last touch out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns. So it will be still be Bell's ball. Lady Longhorns don't agree with the call, but that's what the officials called. Here we go. Bell's ball. And there's now a travel violation called against the Bells. So now that'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. That was touched out of bounds. Trying to see who the officials didn't give the signal. Trying to see. Okay, it looks like yes. It looks like it's the ball was last touched. We weren't too sure. Officials didn't make a signal, but they signaled that it is black ball. So the Bells had touched it last. Alrighty. As the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched, looks like, by the Lady Bells, so it will be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. And we got a 3-second defensive call there called by the Lady, the 3 seconds, excuse me, violation called against the Lady Longhorns. So it'll be Bell's ball. Here we go. Pettis with the ball. Gives out to Jaramillo. Jaramillo to Trevino. Trevino, she'll go for a three. No good. And ball goes out of bounds. That will be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go now. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. We have a minute 25 left to play here in the first quarter. 8-4 is your score in favor of the Bells. This is Christian Pettis coming to you live on the Falfurrias High School Gymnasium here in Falfurrias, Texas. First time that we've done Saturday morning hoops. Excuse me, thinking it's already afternoon, but we're in the morning. Saturday morning hoops here. So thank you again for tuning in. As the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Bells. So it will be Lady Longhorns ball. And we got substitutions here for Lady Longhorns. So here we go. They'll inbound the ball now. As the Lady Longhorns go for a layup. And unfortunately, there's a foul called underneath. So the Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts here. Alrighty, here we go. 2 free throw attempts here for the Lady Longhorns. Here's the first shot. Ball goes up. That one goes in. Bringing your score now 8-5 in favor of the Bells still. Here is the second free throw attempt here. Ball goes up. No good. Rebounded right there by the Bells, and unfortunately they lose it. And the Lady Longhorns almost lost it, but they able to get it back. As there's a foul called underneath the basket, but it looks like it's on the floor is what the official said. So Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. Now we got substitutions here for the Bells. We got Davila in for Ramirez. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. They'll go for the jump shot. No good. They get their own rebound. And it looks like we have another foul called against the Bells. Yes. Foul called against the Bells, so the Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts. Here we go. Here's the first free throw attempt. Ball goes up. No good. Here will come the second free throw attempt here. Official hands the ball. Here we go. The ball goes up. And that one does not go in. Rebounded right there by Cantu. Cantu gives it off to Perez. We now have a minute left to play here in this first quarter. 8-5 is score in favor of the Bells. Adamio with the ball. And unfortunately, turnover by the Bells. Lady Longhorns driving. Going for a layup. As it looks like that was blocked right there. Cantu is able to get the rebound. As Cantu gives it off back to Perez. Perez is back. Brings it up. Gives it to Adamio. Adamio looking. Gives it back to Perez. Perez to Trevino. Trevino will go underneath to Cantu. And we have a travel violation called against the Bells, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty. The Lady Longhorns will inbound with 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. And there is a travel violation called against the Lady Longhorns, so that will be a turnover. That will be Bell's ball. Perez will inbound the ball, gives it to Cantu. Cantu jumps, and she makes a little jumper. It's a good jumper right there by Cantu, getting some points for the Bells on the board. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball, and there's a turnover right there. Cantu is able to get the ball. She'll go for a layup, and she's fouled on the way up. Cantu will now get 2 free throw attempts. As the clock says 14 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Alrighty. So Cantu with 2 free throw attempts right here. Here's the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up, and that one goes through. Swishes right through that net there. Alrighty. Now, Cantu, second free throw attempt. Ball goes up, and that one is no good. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. 10 seconds left to play. They're driving. It looks like they'll take the last shot here. So they get set up. As there's a steal right there. Bells, 1 second. Trevino. Unfortunately, no good. That is the end of the first quarter, folks. Bringing your score, the Lady Longhorns 5, the Bells 11. Thank you again for tuning in to Saturday Morning Hoops. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back here. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball to start off the second quarter. Here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball. And there's a block right there by Cervantes. Bells were able to get the ball. Here we go. Pettis has the ball. Gives it out to Araglia. Araglia back to Pettis. Pettis to Cervantes. Back to Araglia. Araglia looking. And it looks like, yes, she's fouled. Foul right there called against the Lady Longhorns. Alrighty. Here we go. Cervantes will now inbound the ball. And the Bells get it off in time. Here we go. Cervantes with the ball. Gives it down to Cantu. Cantu back to Pettis. Pettis will go for a three. No good. And there's a tie-up right there at the jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of the Bells. So it will be Bells ball. Here we go. Cervantes gives it out to Ramirez. Ramirez should try to go for a shot. Blocked. Luckily, Cantu is there. Alright, here's a three by the Bells. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns driving to their basket. And we got what everyone thought was a block call, but the officials called a foul. So that would be a shooting foul right there. So it'll be Lady Longhorns will get 2 free throw attempts. Here's the first free throw attempt. Ball goes up. That one does go in. As the foul fans thought that was a block, but the officials called it a shooting foul. So here we go. Here is the second free throw attempt. The ball goes up. And that one is... okay, yes, that one was good. The official signaling for an official timeout for a player to tie her shoe. Alrighty, here we go. Bells will now inbound the ball. Pettis has the ball. Pettis to Araglia. Araglia back to Pettis. Pettis to Cervantes. Back to Cantu. Cantu looking, can't find. Gives it back to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Pettis. Araglia looking, nope. Gives it back to Pettis. Pettis back to Cervantes. Oh, back and forth, back and forth. Apologize for getting the names mixed up a little. As there was a jump shot, no good. As the Lady Longhorns get the ball. As they're driving down to the basket. They'll go for a three. No good. Rebounded right there by Ramirez. Ramirez gives it off to Araglia. Araglia now pushing. As she gives it back to Pettis. Pettis will go for a three. No good. Cervantes gets... oh, she had the rebound, but she lost it. Lady Longhorns now driving. As there's another shooting foul called against the Bells on Cervantes right there. So the Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts right here. Here is the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up. And that one goes in. As with that point, score now 11-8. Lady Longhorns making a little comeback right here, only now down by 3 points. Here is the second free throw attempt. The ball goes up. And that one does not hit the rim, so that's a turnover right there. So that'll be that'll be Bell's ball. Alrighty. We now have 6:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Bells with the ball. Pettis to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Araglia. Araglia, she'll go for a three. No good. Rebound right there by the Lady Longhorns. As there was almost a turnover, but the Lady Longhorns recover, making that easy layup right there, bringing your score now 11-10. Lady Longhorns only down by 1 point. Trevino to Cantu. Cantu, as Cantu is fouled underneath right there. That'll be 2 free throw attempts right here for the Bells. So here we go. Cantu at the free throw line. She'll get 2 shots. Alrighty. Here is the first free throw attempt by Cantu. The ball goes up, and that one goes in. Bringing your score now at 12-10. Scoreboard took a while to put the point up there. All right, here's second free throw attempt. The ball goes up, and that one is good. Bringing your score now 13-10 in favor of the Bells. So here we go here. Lady Longhorns as they inbound the ball does not touch a Lady Longhorn player, so it's still a turnover. Bells will have the ball underneath the basket there. Here we go. Araglia will inbound the ball. Gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez, little jump shot, and she banks that little jump shot right there. Bringing your score now 15-10 in favor of the Bells. Lady Longhorns. They're inbound. Looking, can't find anybody. Almost a steal right there. As the Lady Longhorn player, she was stepping on the line. So that's a turnover right there. So it'll be Bell's ball. Substitution here for the Lady Longhorns. Alright, here we go. Bells will now inbound the ball. Cantu gives it to Pettis. Pettis, she'll go for a three. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns lift the ball. Get into their basket. Here we go. Lady Longhorns. As we got a foul call. Right here against the Bells, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. They'll go for a three. No good. As there's a rebound right there by Pettis. Pettis with the ball. Gives it to Trevino and unfortunately loses it. As the ball goes out of bounds right there. Last touch by the Lady Longhorns, so that will be Bell's ball. Here we go. Bells will inbound the ball. Trevino gives it off to Araglia. Araglia to Ramirez. Ramirez looking. She works and looks like there was a block right there. So there was a block right there. So now that is Bell's ball. Here we go. Araglia will inbound the ball. Gives it off to Pettis. Pettis to Trevino. Trevino, she'll drive. And she's blocked underneath two there. Ball goes out of bounds. Still Bell's ball. Alrighty. Bells will inbound the ball. Pettis has the ball. Gives it off to Trevino. Trevino gives it to Araglia. Araglia will go for a three. No good. Cantu gets her rebound. Gives it back to Araglia. Araglia to Trevino. Trevino goes for a jumper. No good. Gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez will go up and she's blocked. Lady Longhorns get the ball. Lady Longhorns throw it down. And let's see who gets it. Loose ball. And I believe she was out of bounds, so that should be Bell's ball. Let's see what the officials say. Yes. Ball's last touch by the Lady Longhorns, so it is Bell's ball. Here we go. And there's a steal right there. And it looks like the Lady Longhorns went out of bounds right there, so it will be Bell's ball. Bells will have the ball. Full 40 left to play here in the second quarter. Substitutions here for the Lady Longhorns. Here we go. Araglia gives it to Trevino. Trevino will go for three. No good. Ball goes out of bounds, so that will be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty, here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Here we go. Has almost a steal right there by Araglia. Can't get it. Gives out to Pettis. Nope. As the Lady Longhorns go for a jumper. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. That will be Bell's ball. Ramirez will now inbound the ball right here to Pettis. Pettis with the ball. Gives it to Araglia. And unfortunately, Araglia tries to... Araglia tried to throw it to Ramirez, but got caught in traffic right there. And Ramirez saved that ball for it to be Lady Longhorns ball. Ball last touch out of bounds right there by the Bells, so it will be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. As they'll go for a three. No good. Rebounded right there by Araglia. Araglia is driving to the basket. She goes for a jump layup, no good. Ramirez gets the rebound and she puts it in for two. Here we go. 17-10 is your score. Lady Longhorns. As Araglia steals it, able to get the ball. She'll drive now to her basket. Gives it to Trevino. Trevino to Pettis. Pettis back to Ramirez. So Ramirez Went for a shot, but was blocked. But Ramirez was able to get the ball, and she's able to still put in for 2. 19-10 now is your score in favor of the Bells. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns trying to get it to their front court. Able to get it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, I believe, by the Bells, so it should still be Lady Longhorns' ball. And yes, it is. Lady Longhorns with the ball now. Trying to look, trying to give. They go for a little jump shot. No good. Rebounded right there by Trevino. Adeglia with the ball now. She's looking. Gives it out to Trevino. Trevino, she'll drive and makes the easy floater right there. Here we go. Lady Longhorns trying to find someone. As there's a turnover. Bettis now with the ball. Excuse me, Trevino had the ball. Trevino will go for a 3. No good. Bettis gets the rebound. Jumper, no good. Ramirez gets it. Try to go. Can't make it. She gets it again. And she's able to make it right there. As there's a timeout called right here for the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns had a momentum going a while ago. And unfortunately, it looks like it slowed down. And the Bells now have the momentum on their side. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are now back, folks. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Here we go. They're looking and able to get it off. Here we go. Bells still applying pressure. Lady Longhorns will drive. And it looks like there's a block right there by Ramirez. As Pettis gets the ball, gives it to Cantu. Cantu sees Araglia down and unfortunately overthrows that. That's a turnover right there, so that will be Lady Longhorns' ball. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball here. As Lady Longhorns with the ball. And there's a steal right there. Araglia has the ball, and unfortunately she loses it. As that's another turnover right there by the Bells, so Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. They'll drive down to their front court. We now have 2 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Jump shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. So that'll be Bell's ball. Ramirez inbounds the ball to Perez. Perez with the ball, gives it out to Araglia. Araglia to Ramirez. Ramirez, she goes for a jump. Can't make it. There's a foul called underneath, and Ramirez will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Alrighty, here's the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up, and that one goes in. Okay. So okay, looks like we have a technical foul called here against the assistant coach for the Hebbronville Longhorns. So Ramirez should finish her shooting foul should be finishing her shooting foul free throws. And then Coach Bettis will send somebody else to the free throw line to do the technical free throws. So here's the second free throw attempt, and that ball does go in, bringing your score now 25-10 in favor of the Lady of the Bells. Okay, I guess Coach Bettis now is trying to put the free throw person, and it will be Ramirez. So Ramirez will get an extra 2 free throws. Here's the first technical free throw. Ball goes up. That one's no good. Now we're approaching the second free throw. Here is the second free throw. Ball goes up, and that one is no good. Now, due to it being a technical free throws, the Bells will get the ball back with 1:50 left to play here in the second quarter. Here we go. Bells will inbound the ball. Ramirez gives it off to Perez. Perez to Araglia. Araglia. I believe that was a foul called. I believe, yes, it was a foul called. So still be Bells ball. As it looks like we have a little situation at the table. Let's see what happens here. I believe since there was a technical foul, that counts as a team personal foul. And now that the Lady Longhorns fouled again, team fouls now for them is a total of 5. So since it's 5 team fouls, the Bells will now get 2 free throw attempts here. So when a team approaches 5 team fouls, their opponents will get 2 free throws. So yes, that's where we're at right here. Substitutions here for the Lady Longhorns as Araglia misses the first free throw. Here is the second free throw attempt. Ball goes up, and that one goes in. 26-10 is your score in favor of the Bells. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. As the ball's loose, Ramirez is there to recover, and she almost lost it. As the Lady Longhorn player was on the line. That's a turnover. That's Bells' ball. Bells will inbound the ball. Here we go. Perez to Araglia. Araglia back to Perez. Perez looking. Gives it out to Trevino. Trevino to Cantu. As the ball is loose. Last touch out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns. So that is now Bells' ball. Here we go. Bells will inbound the ball. As it's underneath. Loses it. Tie up right there. Possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Longhorns. Minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. As the ball is overthrown. Turnover right there. Bells with it. Trevino has the ball. Gives it to Cantu. Cantu to Ramirez. Ramirez to Araglia. Araglia will go for a 3. No good. Rebounded right there by Perez. Trevino will now go for a 3. No good. As the ball goes out of bounds, that will be Lady Longhorns' ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball with exactly a minute left to play. And we got a foul called against the Bells. 26-10 is still your score here. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns looking. They go down low. Find someone. They go for the jumper, and it's blocked by Ramirez, but the Lady Longhorns still get the ball, and Ramirez is able to get it. Turnover right there by the Lady Longhorns. Ramirez throws it to Araglia. Araglia, she drives to the basket. Can't make it. Rebounded right there by Trevino. Trevino throws it back to the top to Ramirez. Ramirez to Perez. Perez to Araglia. Araglia will go for a 3. No good. As it was rebounded right there by the Bells. Cantu was able to get the ball and able to put it back in. And we got substitution here for the Lady Longhorns and for the Bells. We got Cabrera in for Ramirez. Here we go. We have 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. It is almost a turnover right there. As the ball's thrown all the way. And luckily the Bells were there to get it. As Cabrera will shoot a jump shot, no good. Rebound right there by the Lady Longhorns. And we got a jump ball called here. Possession. Alrighty, folks, we're back from halftime. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball here. As there's a turnover right there. Cervantes gets the ball, gives it out to Pettis. Pettis try to give it to Trevino. And loose ball. Lady Longhorns get the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Excuse me. Ball goes out of bounds. That will be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty, here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball. As good defense applied right there by Pettis. Here we go. Lady Longhorns give it down low. Can't find. They go back to the top. They'll go for a three. And that three goes in. Lady Longhorns. Excuse me. Bells with the ball. Pettis gives it off to Araglia. Araglia to Trevino. Trevino goes for a little jumper. No good. Ball last touch right there by the Lady Longhorns. Will now be Bell's ball. Cervantes will inbound the ball, gets to Ramirez. Ramirez goes for a little jump shot, can't make it. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Ball last touch out of bounds right there by the Bells, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball here. Looking. They'll go down low. And she loses the ball. And ball last touch by Ramirez, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Lady Longhorns tried to go for three, couldn't get it. Ball out of bounds. I don't see a signal where the officials say the ball. Okay, it is Bell's ball. Last touch right there by the Lady Longhorns. Pettis gives it out to Trevino. Trevino to Cervantes. Cervantes almost loses it. Gives it back to Pettis. Pettis to Trevino. Trevino go for a little jumper. No good. Alegria gets the ball. And there's a foul called against the Lady Longhorns. So it'll be Bell's ball. Cervantes gives it out to Alegria. Alegria back to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Alegria. Alegria go for three. Bang! She makes the three. Bringing your score now 31-13 in favor of the Bells. As the Lady Longhorns get it to their front court. Ball last touched out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns. That's a turnover. That will be Bell's ball. Bells now with a commanding lead in this third quarter here. Ramirez gives it off to Alegria. Alegria to Trevino. Trevino to Cervantes. Cervantes will attempted to drive forward, but unfortunately she is called for a travel. That's a turnover. It'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns lost it. Yes. Turnover right there by Lady Longhorns, so now it'll be Bell's ball. Ramirez inbounds it to Cervantes. Cervantes, she'll drive to the basket. She'll wait, gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez to Alegria. Alegria looking. And she tried to throw it to Trevino, but unfortunately loses it. Loose ball here. Bells get the loose ball. Alegria to Ramirez. Ramirez goes up. And we have a shooting foul called against the Lady Longhorns. So it will be Ramirez to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Here we go. 2 free throw attempts here. Here's the first free throw attempt. Ball goes up. And that one goes in. Alrighty, here is the second free throw attempt right here. Ball goes up. And that one is good. Bringing your score now 33-13 in favor of the Bells. Lady Longhorns, let's see if they can try to get back into this game. Lady Longhorns have the ball as they go down low, and unfortunately, Cervantes tried to save it, but she couldn't. That's a turnover right there, so it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. As we have an official timeout right here. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. And Lady Longhorns get that little jumper right there. Cervantes gives it out to Alegria. Alegria to Ramirez. Ramirez almost lost it right there. She tried to throw it to Trevino, but luckily Trevino was able to recover. As that we had a foul right there called against the Lady Longhorns, so it'll be Bell's ball. Bells will inbound the ball. Ramirez to Pettis. Pettis will go for a three. No good. Lady Longhorns get the rebound. As the Lady Longhorns drive down, there's a turnover. Cervantes is able to steal. Gives it to Alegria. Alegria to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Alegria. Alegria goes for a jump shot. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns will drive to their basket. And we got a foul called here against Cervantes. That is her third personal foul. 2 more fouls and she has fouled out. So I got Coach Bettis is going to have to be careful. Going to have to monitor her personal fouls. So here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns. Trevino tried to get it, but couldn't. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Lady Longhorns with the ball. And it looks like we got a foul here against the Bells. Yes, I know it's a shooting foul. So the Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts. Alrighty, here we go. Lady Longhorns will now shoot 2 free throws. Here's the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up. That one is good. Here is the second free throw attempt. Ball goes up. And that one is good. Bringing your score 33-17. Still in favor of the Bells. Ramirez tried to throw it to Alegria, but luckily Trevino was there. Trevino, she'll go for the little floater. No good. Ramirez gets the rebound. She gets blocked underneath. Lady Longhorns with the ball now. And it looks like we have an offensive foul here called against the Lady Longhorns. So Bells will now have the ball. Cervantes will inbound the ball. Gives it off to Pettis. Pettis to Cervantes. Cervantes looking. Back to Pettis. Pettis to Cervantes. Cervantes, she'll drive. No good. Rebounded right there by Aglia. Trevino go for a little floater. No good. The ball's loose. It looks like the Lady Longhorns. Nope. Still loose. Still on the ground. As we got a jump ball called. 2 players from both teams have had the ball together. Jump ball. Ball will be position arrow is in favor of the Bells. So Bells will now inbound the ball. Cervantes with the ball. Hands it off to Pettis. Pettis. Nope. Tried to give it to Aglia and unfortunately couldn't get it. As we got a foul called here against the Bells. So that would be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty. Substitutions here for the Bells. We have Cantu in for Araglia. As Araglia now has 3. So wise move right there by Coach Pettis to sit her out for a little bit. All right, here's a jumper by the Lady Longhorns. They make the jumper. Alrighty. Pettis with the ball. As Lady Longhorns had it, but unfortunately there's a travel called against them. That's a turnover. It'll be Bell's ball. Alrighty, here we go. Cervantes will inbound the ball for the Bells. Gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez shoots. Doesn't get it. She was blocked underneath. And luckily, Ramirez, Bells were able to get the ball back. Excuse me. Here we go. Ramirez gives it to Cantu. Cantu goes for a shot. No good. She gets her own rebound. Goes again. No good. She gets her own rebound again. And can't get anything going. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns now with the ball. Lady Longhorns throw it down. Get to their front court. They'll go for a little shot. And there's a block right there by Ramirez. The ball goes out of bounds. That'll be Lady Longhorns ball. 3:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Bells with a commanding lead still here. As there's a jump 3. No good. Cervantes gets the ball as she'll drive down to her front court. Gives it off to Pettis. Pettis goes for the floater, and she makes that floater, bringing the score now 35-19 in favor of the Bells. Here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball, getting it to their basket. They'll drive, and there's a foul called right there against, I believe it's Ramirez. So that'll be 2 free throw attempts right here for the Lady Longhorns. Yes. Foul called against Ramirez. That'll be 2 free throw attempts here. And Ramirez also has 3 personal fouls. Looking at our scoreboard here. Here is the first free throw attempt. Ball goes up. That one is good. And I believe we have substitutions here. Yes, substitutions. Davila will come in for Ramirez. As now Coach Pettis has a couple of players with 3 personal fouls. We're still in the third quarter. Still got 1 more quarter to play here. And that is a little turnover right there. Ball did not hit the rim. So Bells will have the ball. Yeah, Coach Pettis has to be careful because he got a couple of players with 3 personal fouls. They get 5. They have fouled out of this game. As the Longhorns applying pressure now here on defense. Cervantes gives it out to Torreño. Torreño gives to Cantu. Cantu back to Torreño. As there's a steal right there. And there is a foul called right there against Torreño. 5 team fouls now for the Bells. So the Lady Longhorns will now get 2 free throw attempts here. But we have a timeout called right now here. Called by Coach Pettis and the Bells. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back now here from that timeout. Here we go. Here is the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up. That is no good. Alrighty. Wait. That's what we thought here. That's what we all thought. There should have been. It's 2 free throws. That was the first free throw attempt. Yes. So everyone got confused right there, which that happens. Alrighty, here is the second free throw attempt. The ball goes up, and that was no good. Now the ball's live, and we got a foul called here against the Lady Longhorns. Looking at our scoreboard here in the gymnasium, that's 5 team fouls for the Lady Longhorns. So now the Bells will get 2 free throws. So both teams have 5 team fouls. So going forward, if there's another foul committed, the opposite team will shoot 2 free throws. So here we go. 2 free throws right here for the Bells for Cantu. Alrighty, here is the first free throw attempt. Ball goes up. That one is no good. Alrighty. Cantu will prepare now for the second free throw attempt. Alrighty, here we go. Ball goes up. And that one is good. Bringing your score now 36-20 in favor of the Bells. 2:50 left to play here in the third quarter, excuse me. Third quarter. Here we go. Lady Longhorns drive to their basket now. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Longhorns. So now that is a turnover. That will be Bells' ball. Bells with the ball. Cervantes inbounds the ball. Gives it off to Cantu. Cantu to Cervantes. Cervantes throws it down to Perez. Perez gives it back to Cervantes. Cervantes gives it to Trevino. And unfortunately, Trevino can't grab it. Goes out of bounds. That'll be turnover. That'll be the Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns inbound the ball. They'll drive to their basket. Going down. There's a layup attempt. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. And it looks like the Lady Longhorns were out of bounds when they touched the ball. So that's a turnover. That'll be Bell's ball. Here we go. Bell's inbound the ball here. Cervantes got caught. Gives out to Pettis. Pettis. As there's a double dribble violation called there against the Bells. So that's a turnover. That will be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Coach Pettis didn't agree with the call there. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns at the ball. And there's a travel violation called there against the Lady Longhorns. That's a turnover. That will be Bell's ball. Bells will now inbound it. Pettis back to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Pettis. Pettis almost lost it, but was able to get it. Here we go. Pettis to Cervantes. Cervantes to Cantu. Cantu should try like a little jump shot from the free throw line. No good. Lady Longhorns get the ball. And we have a travel violation called right there against the Lady Longhorns. Turnover. That will be Bell's ball. Alrighty, we got substitutions here for the Bells. Araglia in for Davila. Cervantes will inbound the ball. Or excuse me, Pettis inbound the ball. Should give it to Cervantes. Pettis with the ball. Cervantes to Araglia. Araglia will go for a three. No good. Lady Longhorns with the rebound. Lady Longhorns go down. Can't get it. Players on the floor getting the ball. As we have a jump ball called here. Possession arrows in favor of the Lady Longhorns. Here we go. Lady Longhorns ball with a minute 25 left to play here in the third quarter. As the ball went out of bounds. Last touch right there by Araglia. So it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty. Lady Longhorns inbound. They go up. No shot. Foul. Blocked right there. No foul. Ball. Last touch by the Bells. So it'll be Lady Longhorns ball still. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound. As Cervantes was able to get it. And unfortunately, Cantu lost it. As the ball's loose. Cervantes has it. Cervantes gives it out to Trevino. Trevino to Perez. Perez all by herself. Goes for a layup. No good. Again, another attempt right there. And it looks like we got a shooting foul here. Alrighty. As we have a shooting foul here. Araglia will now get 2 free throw attempts. Here is the first free throw attempt. The ball goes up, and that one is good. Bringing your score now 37-20 in favor of the Bells. Here is the second free throw attempt. Ball goes up. No good. But Cervantes is able to get the rebound. And it looks like we have a foul called, I believe. Yes. Foul called here against the Lady Longhorns. So the Bells will now get 2 free throw attempts because both teams are in the bonus already. So 2 shots going forward for the next for the next players that commit fouls. Well, only for this quarter. In the fourth quarter, team fouls reset. Here's the first free throw attempt. That ball goes in. First free throw attempt right there by Cervantes. Alrighty. Here is the second free throw attempt. The ball goes up. That one is no good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. And Cervantes tried to save it, but unfortunately she was out of bounds. So that'll be turnover. Be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns lose the ball. They lost the ball right there, the Lady Longhorns, so the Bells have it. Bettis, 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Cervantes gives it to Terreño. Terreño back to Cervantes. Cervantes looking down, gives it to Terreño. Terreño is called for a travel. That's a turnover. Lady Longhorns ball. Alrighty. 40 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. As Alegría tries to steal it, and she almost got it, but not quite. Lady Longhorns still with the ball. As Cantu gets it, gives it out to Cervantes. Cervantes gives it to Terreño. And unfortunately, Terreño is called for travel. We saw that from over here. She didn't put the ball down. Substitutions now here for the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns with the ball. They will inbound it. 22 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Looks like they'll take the last shot. Let's see what they do here. Lady Longhorns go for a little jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Cervantes. Now looks like the Bells can get the last shot. Terreño has the ball. 10 seconds left to play. Cantu. She goes to the shot. No good. Lady Longhorns get the rebound. Lady Longhorns now have 4 seconds. 3, 2. And it looks like we have a foul called here. Okay, so we now have 2 free throw attempts here for the Lady Longhorns. Here's the first shot. Ball goes up. That one goes in. Alrighty. Here's the second free throw attempt right here. Ball goes up. No good. Rebounded right here by Pettis. And that is the end of the third quarter. Excuse me, folks. At the end of the third quarter, Bells still with the lead, 38-21. Can the Longhorns bounce back, or will the Bells keep on adding? We'll find out in the next minute, so we'll be back. Alrighty, folks, we're back. Here we go. Bells will now inbound the ball. Here we go. Bettis to Alegría. Alegría to Terreño. Terreño, she'll go for a little floater. And she makes the floater right there. 40-21 now here is in favor of the Bells. Ramirez has the ball. Able to get it back. Gives it to Terreño. Terreño to Ramirez. Ramirez, easy layup. And she makes that easy layup right there. Alrighty, Lady Longhorns now with the ball. Good defense here applied by the Bells. As that's a half-court violation called right there against the Lady Longhorns. That's a turnover. That will be Bells ball. Here we go. Bells will now inbound the ball here. Cervantes gives it off to Pettis. Pettis back to Cervantes. Cervantes gives it to Pettis. Ramirez to Alegría. Alegría will go for a 3. No good. Lady Longhorns with the rebound. Good defense right there. As the ball is last touched out of bounds by the Bells, it'll be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will inbound the ball. As Araglia tries to steal it. Get it? And I believe we have a foul called right here against the Lady Longhorns. So that will be Bell's ball. But here we go. Coaches for Hebbronville don't agree with that. So Bell's now with the ball. Gives it out to Ramirez. Ramirez. Pettis will go for the 2. No good. As we got a shooting foul called here. Coach Pettis thought he said something about technical, but I didn't see an official give a technical. Coach just talking to the official, just talking to the Hebbronville coach, letting her know what he saw. I don't think there's no technical foul. No. Okay, yeah, no, there was no technical foul, so it would just be inbounds, and we got a foul called here against the Bells. Still be Lady Longhorns ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorn trying to get it to their basket. As we got a jump ball called here. Possession arrows in favor of the Lady Longhorns. Possession arrows in favor of the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns will now have the ball. Here we go. Lady Longhorns. They'll go for a jump shot. No good. Looked like to be a 2 right there, but no good. Bells with the rebound. Perez gives it off to Cervantes. Cervantes back to Araglia. Araglia to Ramirez. Ramirez should go up. No good right there. As the Lady Longhorns, unfortunately, there's a turnover right there. Trevino gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez was there to make the easy 2-shot layup right there. As there's almost a turnover by the Lady Longhorns. They were to recover, but now the Bells get the ball. Trevino to Araglia. Araglia, no good. As Araglia tries to get it. Good save right there. And we have a foul called right here against the Bells. Foul called right there against the Bells. Be Lady Longhorns ball. Substitutions here for the Lady Longhorns. We have 5:30 left to play here in the 4th quarter. District matchup right here. Substitutions here for the Bells. Cantu will come in for Cervantes. Here we go. Lady Longhorns, they inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns giving it, they'll go for a little jump shot, no good. Cantu gets the rebound, Araglia. Hands it out to Trevino. Trevino, she'll press down to the basket. As Trevino gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez is there, can't make that easy jump shot right there. Perez gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez to Cantu, makes the layup, and she makes the layup. Bringing your score now 46-21 in favor of the Bells. Perez, good defense, try to get it. As the Lady Longhorns went for a shot, couldn't get it. So the Bells have the ball. Trevino gives it out to Perez. Perez goes for the easy layup right there. Bells on a commanding lead here now. Commanding run. 48-21 is your score. 4:35 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Lady Longhorns, they'll go for a little jump shot. Can't make it. They get their own rebound. They go back up to the top. Here we go. Lady Longhorns try again. Nothing. And I believe we have a foul called here. Yes. Foul called against the Lady Longhorns. So that will be Bell's ball. Here we go. Bells inbound the ball here. Bells hand it off to Araglia. Araglia to Trevino. Trevino will go for a 3. No good. As the ball was last touched out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns, so it'll be Bell's ball. Substitutions here for the Lady Longhorns. Here we go. Araglia gives it off to Perez. Perez should go for a 3. No good. As Araglia gets the rebound. Trevino has the ball. Gives it to Ramirez. Ramirez tries to go up, and she's blocked on the way up. Lady Longhorns with the ball. They go down to the basket. They go for a layup. No good. And then they get their own rebound. They'll go back up to the top to set up their offense. Lady Longhorns with the ball. Giving it there. They go for a little jump shot. No good. Rebounded right there by the Lady Longhorns. Lady Longhorns go for another 3. No good. They get their own rebound, and they make the layup right there. Bells now with the ball. Trevino has the ball. She'll go for a layup. No good, but she is fouled on the way up, so she will now get 2 free throw attempts here. Trevino will now get 2 free throw attempts. Here's the first free throw attempt. I believe she made the first free throw attempt. Second attempt, no good. Apologize, folks. I was listening to the official, so I didn't see if she made it or not. But yes, she made the free throw. All right, and we had a substitution here for the Bells. Here we go. Lady Longhorns will now inbound the ball. Lady Longhorns now with the ball. We got 3:12 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Bells are 3 minutes away from coming out with a win this morning. Here we go. The Longhorns will go for a 3, and they make that 3. Here we go. Perez has the ball. Gives it off to Araglia. Araglia to Cantu. Cantu to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Perez. Perez looking. Gives it to Jaramillo. Jaramillo will go for a 3. No good. Rebounded right there. And Ramirez is able to steal the ball, and she makes a layup right there. Bringing your score 51-26 in favor of the Bells. Here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball. 2:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Here we go. As there's almost a steal right there by the Bells. Lady Longhorns get the ball. As there's a foul call right there against the Bells. Substitutions here for the Bells. We have Cabrera and Davila in for Ramirez and Cantu. Here we go. Lady Longhorns with the ball now. They'll inbound it. Here we go. They get the ball. They'll go underneath. No good. Cabrera gets the rebound. Gives it off to Perez. Perez has the ball. She tried to give it to Araglia, but couldn't. Lady Longhorns with the ball now. Here we go. 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. And I believe we got a foul called here. Yes, have a foul called against the Bells. Okay, yes, that was 5. That's 5 team fouls for the Bells. So going forward, Lady Longhorns will get 2 free throw attempts. Alrighty. Just want to make this announcement again real quick. So this game was supposed to be played yesterday, but due to a majority of our Falfurrias High School Falfurrias High School Bells players being cheerleaders, they were competing at the UIL State Spirit Competition this past week in Fort Worth, and we're so happy to announce that our FHS cheerleaders placed 7th in the finals at the state competition. So they landed in the top 10 in the state. So we congratulate them and their cheer coach, Coach Jennifer Rosas. And we want to wish our cheerleaders the best of luck as they will now be competing at the National Cheerleading Competition on January 28th through February 2nd in Orlando, Florida at the ESPN Worldwide Sports Complex on the Walt Disney World Resort property. So we wish them, our FHS cheerleaders, the very best of luck as they compete at Nationals in a couple of days. Good luck, girls, and good luck, Coach Rosas. Alrighty, here we go, folks. A minute 25 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Bell still with a commanding lead. Jaramillo has the ball. She goes for the jump shot. She makes the bank jump shot right there. Bring your score now 53-29 in favor of the Bells. Alrighty, Lady Longhorns now with the ball. Lady Longhorns looking. They swing it. Almost lost it. Able to get it. Here we go. As there's a steal right there, turnover right there. Jaramillo with the ball. Jaramillo loses the ball. Last touch by her. That will be Lady Longhorns ball. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. It's looking like Bells will come out with a win here tonight in this district matchup. Saturday morning hoops. As the ball was last touched out of bounds by the Lady Longhorns. As a turnover, be Bells ball. We will update you folks on our next live stream. Please follow our social media platforms, BCISD Media Tech, for the latest updates. As that ball goes out of bounds right there, turnover by the Bells, be Lady Longhorns ball. So we will be posting when our next live stream will be coming up. Just a reminder to all you folks that if your students go to BCISD, there is no school on Monday in observance. Thank you again for tuning in, folks, for this Saturday morning hoops here at the Falfurrias High School Gymnasium. Once again, your final score, the Falfurrias High School Bells 53, the Hebbronville Longhorns 30. Thank you again for tuning in. Please follow our social media platforms for the next live stream event that we will have. Hope you enjoy your Dr. Martin Luther King weekend. And we will see you next time. This is Christian R. Perez coming to you live from the Falfurrias High School Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in and have a great weekend.